Okay, you are on to level 2. First thing we're going to do is draw some rests. Mr. Drozier, will you show them how to draw a whole rest?
Sure. A whole rest looks like an upside-down top hat. So draw a line, a box underneath it, and then make sure you fill in the box. That's what a whole rest should look like. Draw it under the whole notes so that you remember it's a whole rest.
How many beats does that get?
A whole rest gets the same number of beats as a whole note, so it gets 4.
That's good to know. Now let's draw a half rest.
A half rest looks like a regular top hat. Make sure that you fill it in so it's a line with a box over it, like that.
No see-through top hats here. Next, we're going to draw a quarter rest, and this one's tricky.
We'll draw this in 2 steps. The first step is to draw a Harry Potter scar like Z.
Should look kind of like a Z, or like a lightning bolt.
Then, add a C to the bottom of it, and you have a quarter rest.
Any musician that sees that image will know that that's a quarter rest.
Next, we'll draw an eighth rest. An eighth rest looks like a dot connected to a swoopy 7.
Ooh, good eighth rest there, Mr. Drozier.
Thank you.
Once you've done that, you are on to your second and third steps of this project. Put a 2 next to the next staff and a 3 next to the one below it. Good. You're going to start by drawing treble clefs or bass clefs or drum clefs, depending on which you use. Make sure you do a 4/4. Your time signature for this challenge. Make sure you make 4 measures with a double bar line at the end of each. Your paper should look something like this. Great. In number 2, you need to compose your own rhythm. The notes don't matter. You can choose whichever notes you like. You can choose all the same note if you like. But you need to include whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, and eighth notes. Once you've completed that, you should... Nice eighth notes there.
Oof.
Mr. Drozier, once they're done with that, they're also going to enumerate their composition.
Correct. So what we'd like to see in every measure is a rhythm that could look something like this, with the correct enumeration underneath it. 1, 2, and 3.
When you've completed that, you should be able to tell if you've got the right number of beats in every measure. And once you've completed the composition and the enumeration for number 2, you'll move on to number 3. The rules for number 3 are the same as number 2, except you need to use every type of rest. Use a whole rest somewhere in this one. Use a half rest. Use a quarter rest. And use an eighth rest. You can also write as many notes as you like, as long as it includes those rests. And then enumerate that line as well. When you're enumerating music with rests in it, you don't need to write anything underneath the rest. You're not going to play there. You're not going to perform anything there, so you're going to skip it. The way he's written those quarter rests with no enumeration underneath it is exactly right.
Once you're done with both of these lines and the enumeration, you can check out the next video.
Nice job.